If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand. We'll get started. Go ahead, Chase.
Hey, Scott, first of all, what do you think made the difference for them there in the second half? Obviously, kind of a tale of two quarters there.
Well, we had a bad start in that third quarter. We didn't have a defensive edge to us. And by doing that, we lost confidence in our offense as well because they were getting easy buckets. And they got to the bonus too quick, and then they got a bunch of real easy free throws. And you add a few of those things up, and you end up with a 18-point deficit in that third quarter. But we turned it around by getting stops, by demanding more out of us. And we still didn't get opportunities, which I thought we could have had.
And to see Russ finally break Oscar Robertson's record, I'm sure you knew this day was coming, but what was it like to witness that?
Well, I mean, it's great for him. You know, you can't take anything away from him. The guy's, he's a winner. He's a winner. He's making the basketball and the non-basketball world a better place. Not a lot of guys can do that. Not a lot of guys can have the impact that he has, both on and off the court. It's pretty phenomenal. That a guy that had very modest upbringing, opportunities, and I keep going back. He was raised, mom and dad. He's done a great job. Russell Westbrook is a winner.
Matt Paris.
Scott, it seems like all of your losses recently have been either by Fred had the stat about you guys since April 12th have either lost by a point or in overtime. I'm just kind of curious what you make of that and the way that these games come down to the wire, it seems like recently.
Oh, we got a competitive spirit. I mean, we're missing one of the best players in basketball, but we didn't let that hold us back. I thought we played pretty good. It's hard to overcome 26-11. Whether we didn't get any calls or we did get calls or whatever, it's still, there's two competitive teams out there. And I just look at one call that, thank goodness Russell does not flop. Thank goodness, because with 35 seconds to go, he went strong I don't know how he made the layup. I really don't know how he made that layup, but give him credit. He's strong as a bull and he's determined. I've said many times, he wills that ball to go in. That could have easily tied the game.
And are you seeing that competitiveness translate to a higher level of basketball from you guys?
No, we're playing good. Guys, we've been through a lot. And we had to make up a bunch of games too. And the schedule's not easy, but we didn't use it. We never. And not one time you guys heard me use that as an excuse. I was excited to play a bunch of games, but you know why I was? Because I didn't have to play them. I can coach tired, but I give our guys credit. They play tired. But I tell them all the time, man, the mind is an incredible thing. It does what you tell it to do. And if you tell it we're going to compete tonight because we have a game at 7, more than likely you're going to compete tonight at 7. You're not going to always make shots. You're not going to always play good, but you can compete. That's what I love about our team. We compete. We're not making excuses. We don't have to. We're not manipulating things. We've got a schedule to play, and we're going to compete and play it out. We got 3 more games left. I've said it all along. Ever since I've been in the league, I've learned the right way. You got 82 games, and they're all a test. You either get an F or an A, and there's no in between. And we got 3 more chances to get A's.
Ava.
Scott, back to Russ. You probably didn't notice, but the entire arena, the limited crowd here, was chanting his name and cheering for him To kind of see that regardless of team affiliation and just see kind of NBA fans appreciate him for what he's done. I guess what emotion does that bring for you?
It's great. Like I said, I wish the basketball world, we got a lot of things that we have to take care of before we can allow everybody into all these arenas. But until then, how many they are, they're witnessing a guy that competes every single possession, and not a lot of guys that you guys cover, you can say that about. I see it, but he does. He competes, and fans appreciate it. I mean, they know Oscar Robinson is special, and what he did is incredible. And that's why nobody's come close to it in 50 years. I mean, every record, like you always say, every record is meant to be broken. Don't know if, anybody's going to ever get to this again, but he's definitely set it to another level now. And he passed one of the greatest of all times to play the game that all of us love to play or watch or write about it.
Fred?
Hey, Scott, triple doubles aside, Russell is on this streak now where the assist numbers are crazy. I think he's had 5 straight 15 or more assists, and he's had 220 assist games in the last week or so. What have you seen from him from a passing standpoint that's kind of propelled him on a streak like this?
Well, we're making some shots. I mean, you need 4 other guys to get an assist. You need a guy that runs a route and spaces very well. You need another misdirection guy. You need a good setup, and you need a good screen and a good delivery. It's not all him. I mean, you get the credit as the point guard, but the guy who makes it, the guy who sets the screen, the spacers all help. And when you have a team that cares for one another and wants each other and to do well and celebrate each other's success, it's beautiful basketball. We've been trying to build that for a while, and we got it now. Now we just got to keep getting a little bit better and getting our guys healthy and getting Brad back and get our younger guys more experience. And the great thing about all these close games, there's a lot of stressful, tense moments that young players need. That you can't watch it, you can't read about it, you can't even talk about it. You got to experience it. That's the beauty of all these close games that we're having. A lot of guys are getting that, and not everybody gets it. I played a decade in the league. I never got it. Coach was smart enough to not put my butt in there at the end of games, but we got a lot of guys who are getting better at those end of the game situations, and they're only going to get better by being in them.
And what did you think of the shot that Russell got on that last possession?
Well, the reason why I didn't call a timeout, I thought he had a better opportunity to drive, but I trust him. I trust his decision making. I thought he had an opportunity to drive. I thought they were back on their heels, but I don't blame him for shooting a jump shot.
Neil?
Hey, Scott, obviously another one of those unique situations where you're going to play this team again on Wednesday. Where do you think you guys can adjust and improve to have a better shot then?
Well, we gotta not foul Trey 13 times to get 13 free throws. He got more free throws than us. That's number one. We got to defend without fouling. We can't do that. It's hard. I know we gave him 17 or 18 the last time we played him. So we got to guard him without fouling. He's an all-star, not because he gets to the free throw line. He's an all-star because he's a great player and he puts so much pressure on the defense. But we got to do a better job there. And other guys, we made a bunch of mistakes on some of their threes. What's his name? Some of their 3-point shooters. I can't even think of Herter and Bojan was making some. We got to be able to stop all their easy 3-point opportunities. I thought they had us in a bad position a couple of times because we weren't really set up on the defensive end.
All right, last question here to DA.
Hey, Scott, on that middle pick and roll that they ran the whole second half, how much can the guard fight through the initial pick, to try to not make it quite as easy for them to get Davis or whoever, what other big is in there on the switch?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we try to make a few adjustments, and we got away with it a few times, but they put you in some tough positions. It's something that we're going to look at obviously tonight and tomorrow and make a few adjustments and try to get better with it. But he's hard to guard no matter who you put on him.
Yeah.
He's tricky. He's crafty. He gets into your body and he gets to the free throw line.
Yeah. And I would follow up with that. Just even though he had a big night offensively, is it still better for him to shoot runners and floaters as opposed to pulling up and making 9 threes in a game?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we want. And we just can't get him on. We just can't put him on the line. He can make long twos, tough twos, floating twos. Those are hard. They're hard to beat you because you got to make a bunch of them. But when you put him on the line, they're automatic. That guy's incredible. He doesn't even touch the rim on free throws.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.
What's up, Robin?
What's going on?
I know you knew it was coming at some point or other, but just to be there for Russell breaking the all-time triple-double record and to be there in that moment, what was that like for you?
Obviously the game's of the utmost importance, but how can you not comment on that? That's I mentioned it earlier, but for so long that seemed like an unattainable record, and to actually be there and be on the court when it happened, that was something special. That was definitely something in the back of my mind. The crowd getting into it and everything. That was something.
And you and Russell seem to have developed kind of a nice chemistry, as he kind of has like a different sort of chemistry with all the bigs. What is he like as a teammate, not necessarily in games, but kind of getting to know all of you guys in your games in terms of developing that sort of chemistry where you like the ball, all that?
I mean, Russ is a lot of fun. He's such a fun guy to be around. I don't think he gets enough credit for being as cerebral as he is on the floor, playing with using the bigs as an example, playing with 3 pretty different bigs and knowing how to utilize us to the best of our abilities. I think that's something. The rest is setting up those pieces on the chessboard. That's something that's truly impressed me with Russell.
Neil?
Hey, Robin. You're a guy that's known Russell for a while, same draft class, him, you-ish. What have you seen from him in just his demeanor, these past 26 games? He's had 22 triple-doubles.
He's been relentless. He's been locked in. He's been relentless. And that's something I think anybody on the roster will tell you. That's something that's trickled down to everybody. It's certainly a boon to have him on the floor with us.
Raphael?
Hey, Robin, Raphael Haynes with the 3-point conversion. We see the triple doubles, we see the impact, and you have a lot of naysayers that say he's trying to pad his stats. But can you talk about how he's doing this, but yet still you are winning now, and the fact that you are in the playing game?
Yeah, I mean, I think somebody pulled up a stat about the winning percentage when he gets a triple double, and it's a great percentage. It's a big time percentage. But the way he's accumulating those stats, it's incredible to see. It's really happening within the rhythm of the game. He's getting his teammates involved. He's involved himself. It's just, I think a huge part of it, I don't think this is a surprise to everybody. A huge part of it is the way he pushes himself. He pushes himself every second he's out on the floor.
DA?
Hey, Robin, what did you see from the group tonight, taking it down to the last possession without Brad?
I think it was big for us not to hang our head too much when we got down. We had a lot of guys that they showed a lot of resolve on the defensive end. we came up short in the end, but I think what we're telling ourselves right now, I know what we're telling ourselves right now, is it's not the end of the game where we came up short. It was prior to that. So we know we can't have quite so many lapses as we had tonight, particularly defensively.
Yeah.
All right, last question, Matt Paris.
Following up on that, just what do you think it means for you guys or what is it like to be in so many close games, and what do you think it is doing for you guys as a group?
I think it's preparing us. I hope it's preparing us. Playoffs are a different atmosphere. Playoffs are a different beast. But you need all the preparation you can get. If we can, we've been pretty good executing down the stretch. Luck is a factor sometimes. That's the NBA. We just have to be better in this game. We had to be better earlier on, not in the clutch. We had to be better earlier on.
All right, Robin. Appreciate you.
Cool. Thank you.
Russ, first of all, congratulations. You now have the NBA record for the most triple doubles for a career. I'm sure you knew this day was coming, but what was it like to finally break that record?
Man, it's just a blessing, man. You put so much into the game, you put so much time, you sacrifice so much to put into the game, and to be able to just be mentioned with guys like Oscar and Magic and Jason Kidd and those guys is just something that I never would have dreamed about as a young kid growing up in LA. And I'm truly grateful for moments like this, and something that I should, normally I don't like to pat myself on the back, but tonight I will, just because, I'm so grateful for the ones before me, and so blessed and thankful for the man above for allowing me to go out and do what I do. And, I take this job very seriously, and I'm super grateful for all my teammates and coaches along my journey thus far. And special thanks to my family, because they sacrifice so much of their time and energy away from me to allow me to do some of the things I'm able to do. My wife, my kids, my mom, my dad, my brother, the sacrifices they have done don't go unnoticed. And I'm just grateful for so many people. The list can go on, but I'm just appreciative of moments like this.
And Jason Kidd's among those who said that this record would never be broken. At what point did it cross your mind, hey, I might actually be able to catch Oscar?
I never really thought about it, honestly. I just kind of go out and play. And every night I try to do things that people said it can't be done or you can't do it. And my motto is, why not? And that's how I live. And that's how I think. And each and every time I step on the floor, I try to do things that people said I can or can't do, over the years, and proving people wrong, and going out every night and competing and doing that at a high level.
Hey, Russ. Not sure it's so short after the game. I'm not sure if you've been able to absorb any of the reaction to you breaking the record, but so many great players have said so many things about you. Allen Iverson tweeted about how impressive it was. And you constantly talk about how much you respect the previous generations. I mean, getting that respect from all of these Hall of Famers from previous generations, what's that feel like?
It's a blessing, man. You as a player in this league, and to make it in this league, it's one thing, but to be in this league and consistently do great things and try to do great things, it's tough to do. And the ones before me understand what that's like, understand what that entails, understand the sacrifices, understanding the time and energy it takes to be great. And guys like AI and Oscar, Magic, like I said, the list can go on. Understanding and being grateful. Like I said the other day, I'm super grateful for, especially for Oscar, because he paved the way for guys like myself. He endured different things back in the time where he was playing, where he was able to do that and still be effective on the floor. And not just that, he changed the game for guys like myself, guys that's in this league today, and to be able to pass him. And I just want to thank him because without him and the things he able to do for the game, I probably wouldn't be doing some of the things I'm able to do now without his sacrifice and the things he did for the game as well.
And you've also had 15 plus assists in 5 straight games. Has anything opened up for you passing wise to allow those numbers just to jump to that degree?
Honestly, just playing. And I humbly say this, but like I said last week, I'm the best playmaker in this league. And I know that in my mind, and I do that every night. I know it seems normal. That seems normal, and at least from my point of view. But it's not, man. I take a lot of pride in finding ways to make my teammates effective, make the game easy for them, and just keep going. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the win today, but get ready for the next game and see how I can continue to make my teammates better.
Thanks, Russ.
Yeah.
Ben Standing.
Hey, Russell, congratulations as well. Just curious, you obviously now have an insane amount of triple doubles, and I don't know how much you've reflected back on any one of them over time, but when you think about it on this journey, is there any one that kind of just stands out to you for whatever the reason along the way?
I wouldn't say one particular. If anything, my first one at home against Dallas would be significant, just because that was the start of my journey as it pertains to triple doubles, and I would probably say that one.
Because it's because everybody focuses on the numbers and the statistics, to some degree, it feels like it almost detracts from what also is going on, and that is you have a relentless energy that goes all the way, that allows you to do this kind of game in and game out. How, I guess, does it feel on some level that's almost should be almost more of the attention than the numbers itself?
Honestly, it never really bothers me one way or another, because I'm very confident in who I am. I'm very confident in things I do for this game and the things I do on the floor. And I take a lot of pride in going out and preparing myself and being one of the most consistent guys in this league. It's a tough thing to be able to do, and I want to be able to give that comfort to my coaches, to my organization, so when they call my number, they know what they're going to get. And as simple as that for me, through the good, through the bad, the ugly, always stay true to myself, stay true to who I am, and I'll never change, because I've been blessed with the ability to be able to play this game at a level that nobody else can play it at, and I won't stop until I can't play no more.
Matt Paris.
Hey Russ, who knows how many more years you play from now, but you'll have a lot more triple doubles. And then I was just curious, do you think this record will ever be broken now that you have?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure at this point. I'm just trying to take it all in myself right now, honestly. And I guess we see in another 50 years or so. I don't know.
And with the way the season has gone, the player for the dramatics, did you think that shot was going in at the end? Like, how did it feel?
I did. Fortunately, it didn't go in, but we fought hard tonight. We get a chance to play them again in a couple of days. So,
Neil.
Russ, obviously, major congratulations. Like you said, you guys play them in a couple nights. What are some of the things that you're hoping the team can improve in to get the win?
I thought we did a good job just throughout the game, fighting through everything. We know what it takes to be able to win. We've been in every single game throughout the season. We understand what it's like. Obviously, when guys are down and Brad is out, guys have to step up, and we able to accept the challenge. I'm proud of the guys tonight. A lot going into this game, just from all the different things that has to do with myself, and I appreciate those guys going out and competing and playing at a high level, especially with everything else going on at the moment.
Zach Rosen.
Russ, what did it mean to get all those messages? I know you watched them a little bit ago.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. I smiling from ear to ear, especially seeing my my mom, it's rarely that I get my mom to say anything, and to see her go and talk, I was pretty excited about my family, my kids, my mom, my dad, and then other videos of other players and other historic players that's in this league that played in this league and current players. I'm very appreciative of all those guys because they understand, and guys that play this game understand the intake that it takes on your body, your mental, your physical. And I'm appreciative and thankful for all those messages.
Raphael.
Hello, Russ. Raphael from the 3-point conversion. First of all, congrats on getting the record. And Kobe is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this weekend, and Michael Jordan is presenting him. Both have said that, I know Michael said that 30 years ago, he was you remind him of himself. And then Kobe said when he was alive, if it's a player today that's playing right now, he said that you remind him of himself. So to hear that from two greats, how does that make you feel? What goes through your mind?
I think it's very, very humbling, and not just that, it motivated me to hear guys like Kobe and MJ, guys that I looked up to growing up, especially being from LA. It motivated me to be able to be in conversation with those guys, and each and every time I step on the floor, I keep that in mind that I want to be able to be one of the greats when I'm done playing. And to do that, you got to leave everything you have on the floor and understand the game, understanding different things about the game and how you can be an effective. And I'm just appreciative that those words were said by those two, especially.
All right, I think that's all the time we got for Russ tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Russ.
Go ahead. Say it again.
Oh, thank you.